You're listening to TRAXXfm's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TRAXXfm Official.
Well, welcome back to the show. We just had to iron out a few discrepancies with technicalities. You know, these boo-boos do happen when you deal with machines. But anyway, back to the interview feature at hand. I have in the studios today Miss Rozita Rohaizad, an actress and a singer. And without further ado, let's jump in straight into the discussion, ma'am. So, Miss Rozita, maybe you can start off by sharing with us a memorable moment from the early days of your career and what really set the tone for the, versatile person that we see today in front of us.
Well, thank you for wanting to know. I started singing actually by accident. Although I do come from a family that has showbiz right there, big, But I was a good student. I was shy in school. And so it came as a shock that my cousin, she had a girl band, an all-girl band that was going to perform in Johor in a hotel called Orchid Hotel, I think, at that time. And they needed all-girl band. But what happened was they had a fallout, so one of them walked out.
Right.
And so my cousin had to do something drastic, and she pulled me in. I was just finished my, in Singapore, O-levels. Yeah, my O-levels. And I did pass, and I got invited to continue to pre-U. But I guess I needed the money, and I wanted to help my cousin. So I went and I started singing. And there I see a lot of people were interested in me, and they gave me lots of applause. It seems like a good job.
Right.
So I stuck with it, and then only later that my mother and family found out that I had jumped into the business.
I see.
Yeah.
And did you discover that you could sing only after you got sort of indoctrinated into the band, or you knew that, singing was innate in you?
I always liked listening to music.
Right.
Yeah, I had experience not performing. We had neighbors, all male. They had a band, and I was jump in and follow them, sing with them. I was always with them until one day, Tan Sri Piramli, he said to me, you can't hang around with boys at your age, So I stopped.
Okay.
I stopped. So
He was very protective of you, huh?
He was my father figure because my father died when I was 4. And someone, I guess my grandmother told him, you tell that girl she's too, she's fraternizing with the boys, So,
Okay.
He put a stop to it. And I stopped playing guitar for a while after that.
Okay. We'll talk a little bit more about the influence Tan Sri Piramli, the great Seniman Agung, had in your career. But now I want to dig deep into the influences when you started off singing, when you started taking this seriously. Who were some of the artists or the singers of your time that greatly influenced your style of singing and your style of performing on stage?
It has to be, of course, my auntie later. But as a child, of course, we like English Motown music. So there goes Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, the Bee Gees,
the Supremes,
Olivia Newton-John, So those were my repertoire when I was singing in hotels. But as I moved into Kuala Lumpur, then I followed my auntie, and she took me into her circuit of musicians, and I learned jazz.
Jazz, okay.
Yeah, I memorized all her songs because she was doing the Paddock. If you remember, Paddock is a club, exclusive club in Hilton Hotel way back in the 70s. Yeah?
Okay.
So they were doing standard jazz, like Misty, songs like Misty, The Closeness, oh my God, standard song like Misty, Nearness of You, all the songs. See, now I've forgotten, oh my God. Time passed by, eh?
Time flies, yeah.
But I tell you, if you put the music on, I can hum it easily, or rather sing it.
You can sing along.
Yeah,
well.
I can remember them. Yes, so Saloma, and then of course, when I got into EMI as a recording artist, Anita Sarawak, the diva, she got to know of me, and so her manager invited me to join Anita to go on her road tour.
Right.
And we went all the way, all over Hawaii, Dubai. Even we stayed almost a year in US, where I learned to perform.
Wow.
Because I was learning to sing with my auntie, but with Anita, I learned to perform because she had this habit of asking me, Rozita, how do you do that? She would ask me to get some more steps because she needed some more
Right,
steps.
okay.
Yeah?
So she was learning from you as well.
Yeah, that's funny, huh? Actually, she wanted more ideas, you know. So, I'm happy that I'm able to help and that I was able to dance. But, it's just imitation of the Pointer Sisters, the 3 Degrees.
I think, part of what makes, great performers truly great is that the fact that they surround themselves with other similar creative people and then they learn from them. It's just like when you watch videos of Michael Jackson rehearsing with some of his backup dancers, and then one dancer pulls off a move and he looks, hey, I like that, and I'm going to use that in the performance, Or you see James Brown when he performs in Las Vegas, he's got his big gig, had his big gig, the late James Brown. I watched a video of him rehearsing, and then someone comes on stage and does something, he says, oh my God, I'm going to do that when I go live. He says that, And that's part of how artists and performers like to evolve and reinvent themselves, which alludes me to my next question. How, over the years, have you sort of evolved? Or was there a point where you realized that, okay, I can't be doing the same thing anymore because the audience space is shifting, the attention span is moving towards something else, and maybe I just have to reinvent yourself? Or did you just decide that, no, this is who I am, this is the product that I'm presenting for my fans, and I'm going to stick to that?
Earlier I said I started singing by chance, right? I think everything seems to be by chance for me. I started singing in loungers, and then when I moved on to a big label like EMI, I became a recording artist.
Right.
Yeah. And then I realized that I had to cater to the local domestic mainstream market.
Yeah.
And so my songs were catered to that, to that market. Yeah. And then what happened was I got married.
Okay.
Yeah, I got married. So I stayed away. Actually, I got married twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and every time I got married, I moved away from the industry to focus on my family. Yeah. But my husband died in 2006.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And I was following my mother, Mariani. She had a lot of invitation to a lot of events. And so I helped her because sometimes my mom, she has problem with tempo, know. So every time she's invited to sing, I would go up on stage and try to help her, so that she don't, move from the melodies. And so I decided, oh my God, since I'm doing this, I might as well just go back. And so I started recording again my own label, Yes Baby Music, and I did a couple of songs that were used in films, and they were nice songs that I told myself, oh my goodness, I should do this, and I keep doing this. Every 2 years I've been producing new songs.
Right.
So I've moved from pop rojak Malay singer into dangdut, into
Joget.
Pop R&B. I have a pop R&B album actually in 1990. Yeah, which is way beyond its time. That time, actually, I like it very much. But immediately after that album, 3 months later, I got married. My second husband.
Right.
So I stopped again. So the promotion didn't go much. I regret that very much because the songs were very good, and I'm very sorry to all the composers and the musicians in the album that I did not push it. But I'm glad that I'm still around now, that I'm able to keep the thing moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of videos in YouTube. Please watch it.
Sure. And I watched quite a lot of them as well before I came up for this interview to speak to you. Now, speaking about all the songs that you've produced, I've got one song that's lined up now, a playlist that I'm going to play right now for our break. It's titled Kenneth. So can you tell us about this song? Kenneth
actually is a part cover of Saloma, my auntie's oldie, yeah.
Okay.
But we kind of remix it. We change up the lyrics a bit, and there's a rapper involved.
Yes.
Yeah. And actually, when I did my first show in Australia, in Canberra, oops, daisy, I had I had to sing it on my own.
Okay.
So I couldn't bring the other two guys because there's no budget for it. So I had to do the rapping.
Okay.
You hear the rap here done by Dole, the rapper.
Yeah.
But actually on the show in 2015, I did the rap.
You did the rapping. Okay. Maybe when we come back after the break, you can give us a cover of the rap. But
I
for now-
forgot.
But for now, let's listen to Kenneth Kenneth by Rozita Rohaizad featuring Dio and Dill right here on W Talk at Trax Momentum.
Inspiration,
achievement,
experience,
motivation.
empowerment.
All this on W Talk
Every Friday, 11:15 a.m.
right here.
on TRAXXfm.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to W Talk on Trax Momentum. I'm your host, Anil, on the mic, and with me in the studios today, I have an actress, a singer, a songstress, and she's also a globe-trotting Malaysian who has left an indelible mark in the entertainment scene worldwide. I have in the studios today Rozita Rohaizad.
Wow, thank you, Anil. I can't live up to that.
Of course you
yeah,
can,
I'm
of
making
course.
slow steps,
Yeah,
very
the-
slow steps.
That's the
yeah,
title
small
of our
steps.
conversation. We're continuing a legacy. You left behind a legacy for many young and aspiring singers and actors. And speaking of acting, you got involved in acting as well. Talk to us about that journey.
Yeah, well, when my mother started seeing that I was doing a lot of singing, she pulled me up one day and she said, "Kau bukan anak aku ke? You know, aku kan pelakon.
Right.
Kau anak aku." So you know what she's trying to say, right?
Right. She's insinuating that you've got
She
to
said,
hold
yeah,
on. Yeah.
how come you're not acting? How come you're following Saloma? You're not following my footsteps. And so I said, okay lah, okay. So I started acting, and mostly with her.
Okay.
Yeah, like films like Stingan, which still get a lot of airplay because it's a very popular comedy horror movie that a lot of people remember me because I sang 2 songs also. Apart from acting, I sang 2 songs in that movie, which one of them won the award for Best Movie Soundtrack for that movie Stingan in year 83, 82, 83.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your very first on-screen movie song.
Yes.
You still remember that song?
Sometimes Classic National plays it.
Maybe a line or two for our listeners.
Gugurnya mawar desa, kumbang-kumbang, dah layu. You have to carry on for me.
Oh my goodness. I wish I knew the lyrics, but you took me on a journey right there. You're a true serenade. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
And so how is it that you managed to strike that balance between singing and acting?
Well, both of them, yeah. If you do know, acting requires you to remember lines, yeah. That's the most important, unless the director allows you free hand to ad-lib, yeah?
Improvise, yeah.
But you need to relate the lines with your character.
Right.
So that's very important. And singing too. Singing also requires you to memorize lyrics.
Yeah.
So my brain must be, always, talking to myself, remembering lines for either one of the duties that I must perform. Fortunately, I haven't resorted to ginkgo biloba or anything like that. But thankfully, I think maybe...
No supplements that you've
Not
needed
yet,
to enhance
not
your memory.
yet.
Not yet. Okay, yeah.
It's okay. It's good. I'm already 66, going on 67.
That's
and
an angel number, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I'm quite thankful that I'm still able to remember the lyrics.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, when I go into acting, I must make sure that I am able to relate to the director, my co-actor, so that we can produce what the script wants. Yeah. And as for singing, a lot of rehearsals with the band. Yeah. I'm happy that I'm able to understand music more than I used to before.
Right.
I can talk music language to the musician. So that helps a lot. So you must always, if you want to be a singer, you must always keep up with music lessons,
Right.
any instrument. I try, even the bongo, I'm trying to learn it. I bought it recently and I'm hoping to pick it up. I did in Mua. I went to a place that stores a lot of gamelan equipment,
Right.
and they allow you to play. So I got somebody to teach me a bit, so I understand a bit of how to play gamelan too. And apart from that, I'm also a member of the Marhaban group, and then I learned all these nasheed songs, and I learned to play the kompang. So I like percussions. Yeah, I like.
Right.
I wish I could play the horns or the saxophone. But well, soon. I hope I get time to do that, because I'm trying now just to focus on dancing, because I love dancing. a lot.
Dancing?
Yeah,
Wow.
I love dancing. So I like that. At my age, I'm able to go on stage and choreograph routines that are interesting to the song. So it makes the song more relatable to the audience, and they
can
enjoy
resonate
it.
better with the
Yeah,
audience.
Yeah.
I think you are a true epitome of a performer and an artist, because you're continuously very eager to learn.
Yeah.
You mentioned about the gamelan, about the bongo, and I think that's what makes a true performer, because you always want to learn. Because the world of music and performing arts is never ending, and there's so much to be discovered out there, right?
Yeah, dancing is dancing like any even Hindi or I like Javanese dance too.
Wow.
Yeah, ballet I think it will be totally out for me. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
have pointy toes, twinkle toes. I don't have that, but I do have grace.
Right.
I do have rhythm. So I just need some guidance.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now let's talk about some of your endeavors overseas. I want to touch on you representing Malaysia in the National Multicultural Festival in Canberra, the Malaysia Fest Sydney, and then the 5th Sumatra Jazz, and then so many other more musical extravaganzas overseas. Which one holds a very special place in your heart?
You forgot to mention, I also did Keroncong festivals in Indonesia,
Okay.
which I'm quite fond of, because I meet a lot of Indonesian, make friends with a lot of Indonesian musicians.
Okay.
But of course, the first impactful one that I always remember is the first time I stepped into Australia to perform for the National Multicultural Festival in Canberra 2015. That's my first time. Since then, I have done Perth, I have done Melbourne, I have done Sydney, and very soon, inshallah, I will go to Auckland. I'm still thinking about it, because invitation falls in Hari Raya, yeah?
Right.
Because for National Multicultural Festival, I was invited by the government, Australia, Canberra, yeah? So that was, it's very good. I did get help from JKKN to pursue it, because I needed the flight tickets there. And then I had lots of friends. After going there, I made a lot of friends in Australia, Malaysian and Singaporean, who helped me on my journey to Canberra and Sydney. I've done about 14 or 15 of them over the years since then. Of course, with MCO, there was a break.
Yeah.
And so I find that, wow, I'm so blessed that I have friends who trying to help me to do what I do, which is to carry on my legacy, my family's legacy. I found this niche that I'm able to perform at cultural festivals, because I'm doing, like I said earlier, I like to dance. So I learned the zapin, the joget, that represents a lot more of the Malaysian music. So I moved into Irama Melayu, from pop jazz, pop R&B, rojak, and then dangdut to Irama Melayu now. And that helps with this journey that I'm going through Australia and Indonesia.
Wow. Versatile. I have to say, that's one word to sum you up. Versatile. You're completely versatile. And just to segue a little bit for our listeners who are watching us live, we can also be seen on YouTube and also our new Facebook page. And speaking about our new Facebook page, we have someone who has actually commented on you, Rozita. And this person's name is Jasni Wan Din, one of our audience is tuning into the show via YouTube Live, and he says he wants to send his regards to you, and he says you got a superb voice and you're a great performer. This one comes
thank
from a
you.
listener, Jasni Wandin.
Thank you, Jasni.
Yeah, so I
Thank
think
you very much.
lots of your fans are actually tuning into the show. And we'll jump in for another quick break with another song of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And this one will come in with a quick preamble. Tell us about this next song,
Which
Khayalan.
one?
Khayalan.
Oh, Khayalan is
Yeah.
composed by the late Johan Nawawi.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it also because it's a danceable tune. It's from my second album, which is pop R&B. It was produced actually by the late Adnan Abu Hassan, but his name is not on it because he was actually contracted to another label at that time. So he did moonlight there for a while. And all his family were involved. His father, who wrote the lyrics. And of course, we had Azman Abu Hassan, his brothers, Azlan Abu Hassan, and his sister Nina, who was the backup vocal in most of the tracks there. And then his mother helped with the refreshment when we were recording, because we recorded it in his house. Actually, his house way back in 1990 was already a studio. Only now we have a lot of people producing from houses, but actually he was doing it all before in 1990.
Already done back then in the 90s.
So this album is from 1990, and it's my favorite album of my auntie, my mother actually. My mother liked it very much. Compared to my first album, which was pop Rojak Melayu, they said the difference was like Bumi dan Langit. Because from that to pop R&B, way ahead of its time, according to people.
All right.
Enjoy.
So, yes, let's take a trip back to the 90s and listen to Khayalan by Rozita Rohaizad right here on W Talk at
Inspiration.
Achievement.
Experience.
Motivation.
Empowerment.
All this on W Talk
Every Friday, 11:15 a.m.
right here.
on TRAXXfm.
Welcome back, everybody. This is W Talk on Trax Momentum. Just a while ago, we heard Khayalan by Rozita Rohaizad, a beautiful song, and she just took us back to the 90s, and I think, took a trip back to the 90s, because I heard you humming that song really well.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, at one point I thought I want to turn off the song and let you continue it, ma'am. Don't you want to do that?
We should do one live program here.
We can have it unplugged.
Mastel Lishama.
Yes, speak to our producer. But now let's continue with our discussion. Our topic today is about continuing the legacy, and this Stella of a woman right in front of me has created a legacy for many young and aspiring singers and actors in the country. And I want to speak to you about that, ma'am. What is the legacy? The legacy that you've held on to and you've been holding on to so well all this while, being this versatile performer and artiste that you are. What's the legacy you want to leave behind for the young ones, for the future generation?
What the legacy I want to leave behind? Well, you see, the good thing about this current media, digital age, everything I do is visible, you know. So if you see me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you can gain something from it, which is how I conduct myself on stage, how I dress up, how I look, how I start a conversation with people, and how I think. I think most of them already have a feel of what I am. Yeah, to each and everyone, of course, different perception. But I am my mother's daughter, my father's daughter, and I'm the niece of Saloma. They are great legends. I know I can never do what they did.
Fill in their shoes.
I can never. They are such big shoes. But I'm still trying. I'm thankful that I still have health. I'm thankful that I'm given opportunities. I'm thankful that I have lots of friends and people who have helped me along the way. So, be nice to people, be kind, even to animals. Yeah, you will get your rewards. You will get, kindness only get kindness back again. So I can not just stress on that much more. But be kind. Enlarge your circle of friends. Anybody, learn to be good, learn to be kind, learn to share.
Yeah.
That is, I guess, what I would like to share.
Yeah. It's a very common saying that we have in Malay, jangan kedekut ilmu, yeah?
Yes.
I have to squeeze in another compliment for you, ma'am.
Oh.
Someone has just commented via our official Facebook stream. Jean-Michael, I hope I'm pronouncing her name
Jean-Michel
right.
or Jean-Michael?
Jean-Michael.
Oh,
And Jean-Michael says, both the DJ and the singer have got a very heavenly voice.
Oh, yeah, you should see him too.
No, but I think you're bringing the best out of me.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's one thing. That's another one of the legacy.
Because I've never got this compliment before, but now that someone's saying that, wow, see how enlightening you are. You just emulate goodness everywhere you go. Great. And one more thing, touching on your legacy, ma'am. I think one thing that a lot of people would love to know is the memories that you had with Seniman Agong, the late Tan Sri Piramli, Allahyarham Tan Sri Piramli. Talk to us about one of your most fondest memories that you had with the most iconic figure in Malaysian arts.
I have shared this before and earlier, that guitar stopping thing that he did on me. One other thing is that Piramli likes to cook. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, he likes to cook.
Wow.
So when we go out with him at that time in Singapore, there's a stall in the Newton Circus and all that. Everybody knew him, and when he comes, he takes over the kitchen.
Oh, really?
He cooks. Yeah, he will cook. His favorite is like mutton chop, chicken, beef steak, and all that with green peas. At that time.
What's his specialty?
He likes anything curry, but when you go to Mama, you of course mi goreng.
Yeah, right.
He will do his style. He's not a very good cook though, but it's the effort he puts in. So we makan lah, sedap lah. So going to places like that and you see, daddy yang masak kan, So yeah.
Any advice that you received from him for you to harness your craft in terms of being, what did he signpost you to do for you to be a better singer or a better actor?
I didn't start singing when he died when I was 17.
Right.
He didn't know that. Of course, I did act with him as a child in some of his movies as extras, children in the big entourage that came along the road in one of the movies. But I never got to sing in front of him.
I see.
It's a pity because he wrote songs for my auntie, both my aunties, including the late Mimi Loma, but I didn't get that chance. So I'm a bit sad that I never got that chance.
Right. But we are envious of you because you had 17 years of your life with the man who is now just known to us. We just have earpiece news that he was this great man. He was such a lovely personality to be around with, and I'm sure all those memories
he was
forever lives in your heart.
Yes, I love him.
Ma'am Rozita Rohaizad, thank you so much for setting aside your time this morning and taking us on a journey way back to the yesteryears. Although we are on the second day of 2024, you just took us back on a trip into a time machine and revisited all your memories. Now, this wouldn't be a W Talk if I never asked you this question.
Oh.
This is a seed planting moment because a lot of girls and women out there who are aspiring to be just like you, they want to fill in your shoes. What's your advice to them?
What's my advice? Yeah, always check on what your weakness, your strength, improve on it. Enhance your skill, always learn, of course, nowadays we have a lot of restrictions here and there, but go around it. We are now fighting or helping to alleviate the people of Gaza. So do that too. Show your kindness. What else can I tell? Keep yourself looking good. Don't eat too much. Eat only for energy. Don't eat for sedap. Don't eat for delicious makan. Eat because you need the energy. That's all. So then you maintain your body. Yeah. And your skin. Lots of sleep. Yeah. What else? Don't worry too much what other people are doing. Just worry about yourself more.
Yeah. One thing I discovered today after talking to you, that if you are a born performer, you are born to entertain, age is nothing but a number. And I'm sure you will go on to live in all of our hearts with your songs. We, TRAXXfm, will play your songs.
Oh, thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you in the studios again, Miss Rozita.
Thank you so much,
You take
Anil.
care. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you, listeners of TRAXXfm.
Before that, I'm going to play another song of yours.
Yeah.
This one is Keroncong Anak Ikan. Tell us about that before we go in to wrap up the show.
Keroncong Anak Ikan is the Keroncong version of Anak Ikan. So if you go to your library, you find two versions. One is a pop dangdut and one is the Keroncong version. Keroncong version because I went to Indonesia, I went to Solo and I sang this song with the Keroncong band, and I found that in Indonesia, in that part of the world, every song gets to be keroncong nice.
Right.
So my Anak Ikan became Keroncong Anak Ikan there, and I liked the sound. So I came back and got a local lady, she's Chinese, to produce it for me. And it's very nice too. I like both of them. But the word Anak Ikan has a bit of a complication here. A lot of people say, why are you singing Anak Ikan? So I'm always telling, no, I'm a pencinta haiwan.
Okay.
I like anak ayam, anak kucing, anak ikan, anak kera pun. So basically that's the song. Keroncong Anak Ikan.
A very, very detailed preamble to that. Thank you so much, Rozita Rohaizad. Wish you nothing but the best, and thank you for being with us today on W
Thank you
Talk.
so much.
You're welcome. Here's Keroncong Anak Ikan by the one and only Rozita Rohaizad.
You're listening to TRAXXfm's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TRAXXfm Official.